Today we have yet another Delta optical rifle scope, also from a Titanium line of products, but this one is probably the most special scope in the entire line, or probably I should say different than all the rest. First of all, it's a scope with only 3x zoom factor, which is really uncommon for Delta optical scopes, since there are at least at least 4x zoom or even 6x zoom or more. With their 3:24 they even have a much bigger zoom ratio, but this one only has 3x zoom, and it has a zoom range from 4.5 power all the way to 14 power, and it has a 44mm entry lens. Not a big magnification range, but what is really special about this scope is this marking here, front focal plane. That means that the reticle is in the front focal plane, and this is the only scope made by Delta Optical, this Polish company, which produces their scope in Japan. This one is no exception to this rule. It's the only scope with a front focal plane reticle. It is also one of the most affordable scopes with such construction, and for all of those, me included, which really like front focal plane reticles, this is a great scope for a small amount of money to practice how to estimate ranges with the reticle, how to correct the bullet drop directly with the change of aiming point in the reticle, and for all other tactical features which we may train or use. With a 44mm entry lens and a 1-inch tube, this scope is also highly suitable for all air rifles or small caliber rifles like 22 caliber rifles. In Central Europe there is a problem of there is not a lot of shooting ranges where you could shoot on longer distances, especially if you want to practice tactical shooting. So this is probably ideal choice if you would practice tactical shooting with a small caliber rifle. The reticle is not illuminated, but still the scope is, like all Delta optical scopes, it is waterproof, shockproof. You can use it even on stronger calibers, and it's filled with nitrogen, so there is no internal fogging even at low temperatures. It also has you have to apply some force. You can set your diopter setting on the eyepiece, and then you can lock the eyepiece to its position. The build quality is quite high on this scope, even though it's not really expensive. The reticle inside, it's similar to Horus design, or just the philosophy is similar. You have a lot of aiming points under the center of the reticle and also on both sides, so you can compensate for the bullet drop and also for the wind drift. Of course, this also means that you have to practice a lot. The parallax can be set on the objective bell. It goes a little bit lower to 15 meters and then up to infinity. The range from 50 meters down to 15, it's really big, so you can set the parallax really accurately to your target. This is a really nice feature. Then if you look at the turrets are target, multi-turn turrets, and really nice to feel. They're almost tactical by feel. One of my favorites in all Delta optical scopes. They have markings for the turn indication, in which turn you are in. And what is really funny, the clicks are in mils. So this is actually a mil scope. So you have a reticle subtensions in mils and first focal plane, the reticle subtensions always stay in proportion to the target. And then you have a matched click value, also in mils, 1 centimeter per 100 meters. So you always know that between each line in the reticle there is 10 clicks. The reticle rotation is counterclockwise, and reticle travel in one rotation is 5 mils. So 55 mils, that means 50 centimeters per 100 meters in one turn. The windage turret is also the same, and you can also reset to 0 when the scope is zeroed on your rifle. So you can actually really apply also the bullet drop compensation on the turret. Even though it's a target turret, really high, offers nice grip, and it has a cap so that you can seal it down and prevent any kind of water entering the turret system. So it's a very interesting scope with a first focal plane, mil configuration. It is really long. It is 39 centimeters long and 600 grams of weight. It's not really a heavy scope. Perfect for someone who likes front focal plane reticles, tactical reticles, 1 centimeter clicks, and affordable price. Also, what I didn't mention before is that for this price point the optical performance is also really good. So similar like all Delta optical scopes, you really get a lot for your money. Thank you for watching. For all additional information, please write to us, use the comment box below or click the link below and visit our webpage.